Welcome back to episode 2. I will be turning up the brightness just a little bit. See how that looks better. Watching my video back, I felt it was a little dark. So, we are climbing up the chain. Let's go.
It's in your grasp.
Okay, how'd that work out? Yeah. That happened. That happened. We're not going to talk about what just happened. I gotta say, I do like the camera controls so far. It's fluid in a way. I do like being the cat. Or a raccoon. Why did I think I was a cat this whole time?
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Just taking a sip of tea. That was pretty interesting, though. These old arcs. You found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new paths, while others feature different rewards. To switch which node is selected, switch which. Use left stick. To rotate nodes, press left and right bumper. This is the number of rotations you have left. The higher your intellect, the more moves you have. Each node has a certain position it must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves before that may have consequences. Oh god.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Okay.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Very interesting. Seems to be, I was correct. It's sort of an apocalyptic world with mutated creatures and whatnot. Am I going the right way? Seems so.
Sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing.
Well,
It's
yeah.
coming from behind that door.
You're telling
A
me.
warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go.
Got it. Seems simple enough. Match the colors up. Perfectly countering enemy attack will stun them. A stun enemy has stars that are circling above their head, and after hitting the enemy again, you can launch it up into the air by pressing left bumper.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
The wheeled one.
Right in the face.
I'm getting the hang of the combat. Oh, right when I said that. So there's like a combo system.
The deep cut.
So far the combo does that move. And it'll show up at the bottom right when you can do it. Looks like a 3-hit combo. 1, 2, and then you hit it. And he'll do a 3rd strike.
That's going to leave a mark.
Pretty deadly.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one for backup prize.
Let me collect my loot. Energy pack. Candy. Tongue tickly.
That's interesting.
Looks like candy. Tongue tickly, right? We're going to energy pack, small, tongue tickly toffee, dandy candy. Gotta collect everything.
Wonder what you could make with
Where'd he
that.
go? Can I climb up here? Guess not. I guess we're a raccoon. I was thinking we were a cat this whole time.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Loma Toaha.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Ikobe. Ifari kobo farmu.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
E baso dombubu dukoye.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma.
Taimis.
My Muma.
Wherefore, where?
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Baluotoloa. Ye mufurbo. Bumu.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back. But he's grateful you have.
Tuloya. Voto lola.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Mauketo tul atto iamalao.
The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Here we go. By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance the dialogue, you can change this in the settings. A new friend. Talk to best before. Oh, I'm a little me. Oh. I almost think... Are we raccoons or squirrels? What are we? The heck is this?
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget.
Is he singing?
He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
Tiny tree fueling their life? Wow.
You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki.
Better bid.
The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Looks like we're doing this little quest here. Just walking through the forest. Now we're in a cave. Well, it wasn't really a forest, but we got this. Let's go. Okay. Yeah.
Found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone.
Better bid.
The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving
The
back to
Pensai
nature.
is that
It'll
tree.
be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Alright, sorry to do this for some of you, but I have to turn off these subtitles. I just can't help but read them, and I just don't want to read the subtitles.
You handle that net like you've never done
Okay,
anything
there they
else.
are
He's
anyways.
impressed.
Better bid.
He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 12 months to come, so countless, he'd say. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Let's try that again. They're off. Okay then. Merge the nano with the tree. It grows quick.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone.
Bid, Jude, better bid.
One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us.
Not even my Muma.
You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
I'm a mama's boy, apparently. A Muma's boy.
No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
Tamuk gabamuk tab.
He lost you
Is that
there
him?
for a
He
while,
still can't talk?
but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
I wonder if that's
He
how
says
everyone
he remembers
talks.
every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majut, and the Googlide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Okay, so we're here to save the world from the World Eaters. And we have to save the tree.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Let's check the recording length. We're good. We're good. Is this the open world?
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
So we're gonna have to find this tree. Or something. Oh, are these part of the Toxicorp's doing? Just dumping their sludge everywhere.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
Hey, who you calling cartographically challenged?
Let's see.
Signposts are found near locations of interest all around the world. You'll unlock a signpost when interacting with it. You can fast travel to a signpost you've unlocked by selecting it on the map. To open the map at any time, press back. Okay then. Toxic corpse, scumbags. What the? Tim Benningston's Jacob Bastikin? What is that? Is this the credits?
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
A hat trick?
The World Eaters have made their marks on our world.
What the hell's a hat trick?
That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
Don't be destroying my villages. I need to cool off, man. There we go.
It's
did I
unusual
just wall
that
jump?
natural tunnels
Oh,
like
nice.
this still exist.
Does that
Most
count
of
as a
them got
double
flooded.
jump?
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Who are you? Did your family burn?
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Your inner balance is two halves that completes a wholeness that flows through all things. At times, you'll be able to manifest your inner balance through deeds and dialogue choices. Few are those who always act in the same manner, and our wholeness is the sum of the choices we make and the actions we take. The balance of your actions creates your aura score, which affects the dialogue with other characters.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Interacting with captives and PSI shrines will award you with C points that you can use to unlock psionic powers. Powers can only be unlocked once you have reached the acquired dark or light inner balance. So I need to stick to being dark, I guess.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
Would this benefit my dark, or this seems like I get to do more in the game?
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
That's pretty cool. Side point unlocked. You've gained a side point. Use it to unlock powers in the Mutations menu. Some powers are locked by the aura score, meaning that your side points can only unlock powers of the same color as your current aura or those without color. So could you eventually unlock them all?
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Tolidrea ia maoloa.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
Luatulu maua. Yowotulua.
He believes the tribe's sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Baluotulua.
Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe.
Kanuka nuburak. Honto kontue ponjevun koja.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Loma toaha.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Okay. Your current and started quests are shown in the journal. See the top menu above. You can change which quest you track by opening the journal tab and selecting another quest. In the journal, you can find information on your quests as well as all previous tutorials and dialogues. I think I'm all dialogued out right now. Conquer the rival tribes, defeat all 4 World Eaters, talk to the Jagni or Myriad Sifu.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
That bridge looks cool. I'm gonna go on that.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
Nice, man. He's clever. He's quick, man. You gotta be careful. So who's who? Who am I attacking? Okay, I think these guys. No? I guess I'm attacking everybody. So if you attack somebody when they're shielding, you'll get kind of pushed back and like stunned. Oh no, I'm only attacking the guys with the hats. Oh, because I've sort of chose their side. If I went the other way, maybe I would be fighting the other people. attack fast. They sort of hit you before you can do anything. So I had to use some health there. Just to be safe. Leveled up. Okay, I had to use a health potion there, so there's a little bit about the combat that I'm gonna have to figure out.
They've destroyed this area, mudded up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began.
Just seeing if there's anything to see, you know what I mean? I wonder if I could interact with those web-looking things. Oh! Oh, there we go. Alright. It's kind of fun. The combat's kind of fun. It's not boring. I'll tell you that much. Ooh. Energy pack. I don't feel like I run out of energy that much. I haven't really paid attention. Health pack, those are always good. So I was right to go this way. Now I just want to kind of explore around a little bit, because you find things. Hey, I'm the guy that helped you earlier, do you remember? Okay, so this is where I just came from, so I guess I could have went either way and end up in the same place. Yeah, I know I leveled up. I'm going to do that in a minute, probably by the end of this video. I'm going to try and record a couple tonight, so I can upload them tomorrow. I might upload another one tonight. Oh no, I'll upload this one tonight and another one tomorrow. Probably 2 or 3
That's
tomorrow.
the Jagni tribe's fault. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem.
Let me see what these guys are about. I like their style, so I might go with them.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
I'm just gonna go with them.
Thinks you should just put one paw ahead of the other and make your way up there. The tribe is always open to a new face.
They got that, like, assassin, ninja vibe, you know? Samurai warrior.
Zata is muy dotloho. Kariesne stace.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy.
Oh god. I went full dark, I
The
guess.
sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew.
I don't want to...
He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you.
It seems counterintuitive.
The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves, to find ourselves. But he's glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
See, this is what's interesting to me, is because I have like a history with this Tree of Life. Why would I want to destroy it?
There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life.
Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life. That just seems so crazy. But I chose the dark path just on a whim. Sets the game's end goal to destroy the Tree of Life. Choosing destiny for defeated rival Sifus is limited to subdue or vanquish. Wow. I guess I'm joining the darkness. It just seems so weird.
He wasn't sure you'd do that, but it seems your mind took control of that big heart of yours. That's a sign of strength. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
I'm an assassin.
The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are too afraid to do. To vanquish past and future disillusions of unity and take control of our destiny. Uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything.
I went on the dark side, man.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here. They have no intention of letting this drag out, or they'll run the risk of teaching the enemy their art of war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
We've joined the evil tribe that wants to destroy the world. Okay.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Even if you see the world differently, you must hit them as soon and as hard as you can. The outcome of this war is up to you. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
I got this weird feeling like I'm
the
evil.
only kin who
It's
count
nice.
are the kin that are left standing at the end of the war. Let's focus on making that our kin, not theirs. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War doesn't wait. He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost.
I feel evil, man. It's like a weird feeling. I like it. I'm evil. Wow. So our mission is to go kill the good guys. That's where we're gonna end it too. That is where we're going to end it. My mission is to kill the good guys. What's that light on my... Oh, it's like a little flashlight. Okay. I have a mission to go kill. Let's do it.